Morning YouTubers, welcome to one of my videos. Today I'm going to talk about motorhomes and 12 volt and things like that. And I've noticed a lot of people with tablets and laptops and cameras and other things have to use an inverter to charge their equipment. And even some of the early Jackeries, you can't charge a Jackery solar generator completely from a car battery or a leisure battery or 12 volt system, and so people are using inverters and they plugging this on, one like this is a 1500 watt inverter, it's not a sine wave one, and they're using an inverter to convert the 12 volt DC to 230 volt AC back down using adapters like this and plugging them in to power their devices. This is an awful waste of energy. It's very inefficient to do it this way. It's better, if possible, to use what's called a buck converter, a DC to DC converter, then use all this bit of kit here. It's blooming messy. Now I'm not an expert on this. I'm not advising you to do this unless you're familiar with electronics, and if you're familiar with electronics or electrical things, you will know how to do this anyway. And what you can do, so rather than use all this stuff, let's push that to one side, you can buy very low cost buck converters, and here's one. You can see how small it is. This converts DC to low voltage AC back to DC, and this one's variable, and you can adjust it from, I think it's 5 to 15 volts or even more. This one cost me about £3, and it does away with all the this. You can buy them up to 15 amp, 30 amp, etc. Obviously the more power they are, the bigger they are, and this is ideal for sort of converting 12 volt to 16 volt, 18 volt, even 21 volt for a drill. And I've got it to roughly set up with some bits of wire to show you. Here is 12 volt. This goes to a car battery or leisure battery under my bench. I've just got some terminals, so I can plug this in easy, and then I'm going to put a meter on here and show you the output and how you adjust it. Right, it's now powered up. It's got 12 volt going in and it's got 12 volt coming out, and it's got a little light to say it's working. Now there's a little adjustment here, which is like you use a small plastic screwdriver. The voltage is now 12 volt, 13 volt, 14 volt, 15 volt, 16 volt, 17 volt, 18 volt, 19 volt, 20 volt, 21, 22, 23, gone down, yeah, so I can read that, 23.3 volt. So it's got 12 volt coming in from a battery. This has got 24 volt coming out now. You can see how small the board is. Right, so I'm going to adjust it down, and it's just, there's a little blue box here with a screw cap on the top, and you put an adjustment tool, 23.3, 22, and I think you need something like 16 volt for a laptop, I think. Oh, I'm going down. There we go. 16 volt. So there's 12 volt going in there from a car leisure battery, and it's coming out at 16 volt. Some drills, power units, so I'm trying to work single-handed. This drill power unit needs 21 volt out. So I'll put a link to where you can get these from, or show you what they look like on eBay. And you can imagine, you've got your tablet or laptop or whatever or your drone or whatever you're trying to, and you're running it from a power unit, an inverter with big crop clips on or built into your van. Very inefficient way of doing it. Get yourself a buck converter. You know, if you're familiar with soldering, if you're familiar with electronics and how to work out wattage, power ratings thing, and you can put the right connector on to suit your equipment, like this one, this is a way to go. More efficient. You can see it's almost a cigarette packet size, this one, but you can get them up to 15 amp and 30 amp, you know, to suit the application. And what you can do, if you wanted, you could buy 4 or 5 of these, set one at 6 volt, one at 9, one at 12, one at 15, one at 16, one at 18, one at 24. You could have a bank of these built in a box with terminals like this for different applications. And yeah, it's as simple as that. And I will put a link, well, I won't put a link, but I'll put a photo of eBay showing them and how much they cost. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.